Alrighty folks, welcome back to another episode of my Byzantium Let's Play, where in the previous episode we declared, well, we were involved in two wars which resulted in white pieces, and considering how much of a toll they took on our manpower, for example, that feels pretty bad, man. They were not very productive wars at all, but we have now declared a war on Poland where we have managed to separate peace the Papal State, take some of his cash, but also annul some of his stronger diplomacy, and hoping, this feels awfully reminiscent of the past, where we've kind of begun a war, hoping to continue on here and have a prosperous victory over Poland. I'm looking at something like this as our peace offer, which is pretty brutal on the aggressive expansion, but a part of me feels like we've been doing well with the aggressive expansion regardless, and why not keep it going? We have to push forth and have a prosperous future, guys. So at the moment we're a little bit dependent on Russia, who has overwhelming numbers, just like Russia often does, on being victorious in the meantime, or at least stalling, delaying. I suppose this is a way to get some army professionalism, which I don't have at all. But yeah, I'm going to do that. Get some army professionalism up and running. Yeah, we're doing well on our Liberty Desire, which is pretty impressive considering just how much of the world we have as subjects right now. And of course we are the world leader in terms of being a great power. So even though I'm a little bit upset, quite frankly, at the current state of the game, just because the most sort of recent years have not been very productive, or as productive as they could be, we are still having a good game. Of course, if you guys recall, I did want to go for one faith, and it feels further and further away from being really achievable, especially because we don't have any of the kind of strengths of being the Orthodox nation, such as any of these triggered modifiers we don't currently have. And fairly soon, we're going to need all the missionaries that we can get. Now, our relations and liberty desire is good with France, which means we're in the safe zone of losing him if our ruler dies, which he could die considering he's 45 any time. But of course, that's with the 25 relations from being at war. And that's pretty stressful because, I don't know, we'll see where we are by the time we want to peace out. Hopefully above positive relations. I guess I could give him some cash through this, but he's so wealthy, yeah, we're going to have to give him a ton, and we actually don't have that much cash. After going down to a rank 1 diplo advisor instead of a rank 3 and really diminishing the size of our army, we are making some decent money though, of course. The Mamluks are involved in a war, hopefully a war that will keep his manpower low and so on, just like my own, whilst we have a truce, because I really would like to go in against him and have a decisive victory, which I'm pretty confident we would have done. Nice, Russia's winning some battles for us, that's what I like to see. We would have done if we were not fighting the coalition at the same time previously. Converting some more land to Greek. I really like that look of the Greece, guys, the mega Greece, the uber Greece. And converting some of the Milan provinces. You know, I would like a nice little change to the game, guys, where they showed the provinces here, like maybe in a different color, like in the background, at the bottom maybe, of your subjects. You know, so maybe it would have a color like corresponding to their nation. Like if these three provinces were able to be converted by Milan, it would have like a Milan kind of color around it, the next three provinces. And just kind of indicating that we can send a missionary there, but that's our subject. Maybe something like that will come down the line. Same with Austria, of course, because some of these could have their modifier go away. That's in 2 years. I've got to watch some of them. I mean, manually watch them, but it would be nice if they showed up. Okay, so I might plant a missionary there shortly. Although, of course, the Austrians have religious ideas. I don't need to convert for him. He will convert those provinces fine by himself. Well, I guess this is in the hills, so let's just stay nearby a little bit. Oh, wow, we lost a big battle somewhere. Damn it. It's probably England feeding him. Oh my god, England. England's throwing the game, walking onto Scandinavia with 10k at a time. I should have known better. I shouldn't have even bloody called them in. I was a little bit concerned about just how powerful they might be. While I'm trying to separate piece them, they might swarm Russia and separate piece him, you know. So I was hoping that England could have a positive effect, slowly walking over and assisting. But I should have known better. England's a potato dirt. I saw Sweden took some losses, so he's not even close to white piecing though, by the looks of things. That feels bad, man, but let's stay optimistic. Let's give ourselves some access through, and we can win some battles. At least his enthusiasm is not very high. It might be the rebels, though, to be fair. Can you, like, at least defend your own country? Thank you. France does at least have some troops on the mainland, which he hasn't really had lately. So hopefully, oh jeez. Okay, winning battles is good, man, but that's not good. Like, I wish. Don't cry and complain. England's getting across, which is good. Lately, I felt like the AI has been really bad, guys. Let's just put it that way. Really, really bad. Really bad. It's starting to get very frustrating, but you know, what can you do? Okay, so we now have a province there that's good. Let's go get another fort from this dude, Moldavia. Okay. Let's go equip our siege here. Oh wow. Poland's out there. He's going to get some war score off of our little suckers. I suggest, and England is probably going full derp as he tries to transport troops over, but it's hard to say. I feel like I have to be wise with my troops. I feel like I need that siege for access purposes. It's not the end of the world if we lose some battles. Russia's doing a good job. He's going to begin mass sieging him down. Actually, Russia may take some of the occupations and not give them to me. Definitely the Ruthenian land he might desire for himself. I don't know so much about Moldavia, but it might be the case. I've also felt like it must just be a coincidence, but my subjects have been really weak as well. Really, really weak. Like, look at this, he outnumbers him, there's no negative to rolls. I would typically expect France to be strong, you know, they've got a very similar general. I wonder if they did some kind of thing that I'm not aware of where they make subjects weaker. Like, in what world would you lose that? He would have lost that, I think, if we weren't coming. He did roll a 0, so maybe we've just been having bad luck that, you know, I'm not immediately aware of. It's whatever. It's whatever, I say. Let's convert some more dudes to the Greek culture. This war seems to be going well. Speak of the devil, though, the main truce with our big coalition just came up. Many of them are... I don't know why I said speak of the devil there. I meant because things might not be about to go well when I said that. Many of them cannot join the coalition any longer. However, if I peace out for such a large amount of land, they will. So one option we would have is to go straight in against Hungary, keeping him out, but at the same time this land would not core. So that's pretty awkward. I think probably declaring this war against Liege, Genoa, and Salzburg, Venice. That might be a good decision to go straight into that afterwards. And also just being more conservative and taking less land could also be a good decision as well. But I just feel like we haven't bloody expanded in the longest time, and I want to spend admin coring up land. Is that too much to ask? Let's kill some fools, man. Let's kill some of these damn fools, these enemies. Look up, Poland is so strong. It's the year 1600, guys. Poland should not be so strong, I say. Oh, he's defending himself. I think, really? Punitive war. Oh. Poland's fighting a coalition, interesting. That is quite interesting. That doesn't bode well for him, but we've been wrecking Poland quite easily here. Not too worried about it. I'm more worried about the coalition and so on. You know, that might come down the line. Nice. Oh wow, and the Swedish alliance has been broken with Poland. Very nice. I actually like that coalition for that reason. Good job. England did do well after all. What a good guy. So how much war score is it going to cost? Looks like we're doing good in French relations. 66 war score. Quite a lot. But we'll get there. And it's good to see the Poles getting wrecked up here. I might have the confidence to go for this mountain fort then in that case. You know what? Let's skip it. Because the attrition's even worse. I'll go for the highlands. Cool. Good job, fellas. We seem to have done quite well. We need to get near 66, but of course his enthusiasm should reduce. Oh no. I can't bloody afford to do this again. No, I can't afford to do it again. It would be worth it. Except that's the local manpower in Thrace. That's really bad, dude. I was gonna say what we can do is take a general just for the loyalty and the influence. No, that wouldn't be a positive thing. I'm a noob. I'll tell you what, guys. I don't want to do that. What I did want to do is build a barracks in Constantinople. How long does it last? 10 years? Yeah. Feels bad, man. I mean, it's 50%. This event just sucks. We have to do it. The other option is 50%. God. Feels bad, man. That was just an awful event for us. Ah. Damn it. Yeah, we're not in debt right now, right? The Crimea is a good province to build that, but it's currently occupied. I'm going to build a barracks here anyway. In Thrace. Like that. We need the manpower. Yeah, that sucks. The modifier will go away. But those are our best provinces to build the manpower building the barracks. What the heck is this? Are you serious? This is a bad time. I want to do that. But it's a bad time. Because I just spent all my money. I'm not even going to read the others. I want to do that. God dang it. Oh, God. I don't know how good that is, guys. Because I'm a noob, I suppose, right now. It's, I also completely forgot we had Triumph in the Balkans. We could have done with that army tradition. God damn it. This is why I shouldn't be running other games and trying to build strategies at the same time, because I get forgetful. Ah, oh, feels bad, man. We should have taken Triumph for the Balkans when I was trying to roll those generals. Let us not forget. Maybe I'll do that to remind me. Just keep it there. I wish we were rich. I think this is smart. But we're not drilling our armies right now anyway. So let's just wait until we're rich, you know, before we do that. Definitely give me your feedback. We just lost a battle somewhere out here in France. It's a shame. Definitely give me your feedback, guys, but just keep in mind there'll be a delay by the time you see this video and, you know, me actually seeing your comments. I'm going to keep that there, like I said, though, so that I'm a little bit more aware. And I have to build a ton of manufactories also. I'm worried that they're going to make occupations in my bloody area where I want to peace out. Piss off, guys. I have to build a ton of manufactories, guys, because the next thing to spawn is manufactories. And if I do not have manufactories spawn in my country, I'm going to be very upset. That's a real good indicator, in my opinion, that you're doing quite badly. We should be dominating the world with manufactories. Perhaps province, who is the one province minor, lol, will not coalition us when we peace out. Genoa would, Salzburg would, and I plan to go make a separate truce with them just like that. And Liège would, I suspect, right? Yeah, he will. Yep. So what's most likely going to happen is we're going to get coalitioned again. It's just how it is, though, I think, guys. I want to go fight those rebels. Maybe I should take less land. Maybe I should block them out. Like that. Prevent other people from taking the land. That might be a little bit more wise. We're going to have real ugly borders, but it is what it is. War reparations are probably worth it. Yeah. I think that might be smarter. It's just a little bit too aggro. I don't want the cycle to continue. Stupid aggressive expansion. The bloody subjects, owning these subjects, the PUs, really slowed us down quite a bit. Unfortunately. I'm not going to take money. It's not even worth the truce time. The participation was so massive from our friends that they would take most of the money anyways. Alrighty, we got a nice fort in the hills there, which is pretty good. And I wanted to go in against Venice, but you know, that's just more aggressive expansion. We're doing good in relations with France, so unless we get a negative event, not too worried about... not too worried about... It's a good time to go in against Spain. Our ruler dying right now is what I'm trying to say. Our truce comes up very soon with the Mamluks, guys. Nobody would back them up at the moment. I think as much as I want to do something else, it's probably smartest to just wait and gear up for war against the Mamluks. I think that's probably the smartest decision. Once we defeat him, you know, then we can go in against Spain. Oh man, I really don't want Spain to be an invalid rival either. Because we're not doing well on power projection, guys. Soon, we're going to have invalid rivals clear across the board. And, yeah, previously in my other big games, you know, our power projection is so overkilled over 100, you know. And it's not the case in this situation right now, currently. So the Mamluks have 60k troops. Very much comparable. And we're going to do what it takes this time. Hopefully his allies won't back him up like Yemen. But we're going to do what it takes this time to commit, you know. We're not... Let's see if we get a coalition building. Of course, I never intend to rival Russia. That's kind of out of the question. 10 legitimacy, not bad. That helps with our unrest, which we certainly have a lot of right now. Okay, truce came up with Yemen. He's currently not in war, though. I hope he doesn't back the Mamluks up by the time our truce comes around. Yeah, it's not going to feel that satisfying, guys. We're so weak out in Asia by this time, the 1600, in my opinion. It's pretty upsetting, dude. It's pretty upsetting. Global trade spawning in Genoa. But, you know, we'll accept it to our country pretty quickly, though. So I think... we're going to take both of these for -5. That admin efficiency is going to feel real good. Also, we only have one loan. Build that in the Crimea. We're doing fairly well in inflation. I'm not too worried about that one loan. Some barracks for manpower. I think that's a good move. We need a surplus of manpower, dude, without a doubt. This is just ridiculous being so weak. But I was thinking about mercenaries, guys, for that same reason. Currently, not for long, I guess. But we have mercenary discipline. The bloody Mamluks are very strong. Obviously, that's part of the issue we have encountered, and that's one way to help combat them. We now have our discipline as well, which I didn't have when we were fighting them. I think, at least, it disappeared there towards the end, which would have been very helpful. Alright, so I'm walking out. The truce comes up this year. Yeah, it looks like Yemen won't help him. Very nice. So he's really wrecking QQ. But at least they're posing some kind of distraction at the very least. No! Our reduced cost advisor. Wow, we've bloody well gone through them all. No, we just need influence. Sweet. Missionary strength or unrest? I guess we'll go for missionary strength. Unrest doesn't do much for us. But 50% costed advisor is extremely important either way. Alright, so let's find exactly which month do we come up here. August. So at least wait until our other army comes across anyways. Russia's our only valid rival. Dude, if Spain becomes invalid before we declare this war, I'm going to be so upset. Obviously, guys, the plan is we should accept global trade fairly quickly. So I don't really plan to see we're ahead in every tech to take up anything. I want to spend a big chunk of admin expanding and then finishing this off. I intend to expand into Iberia next for Aragon. And of course, we're integrating Milan, which feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. You're going to integrate Milan, giving us a good influence over... You know what? Oh, man. I forgot about the mission to recover Antioch. That would have given us 50 admin. That would have been pretty nice, but too late. I probably should have just kept it, but there you go. French relations are pretty good. And the French relations are going to get bolstered whilst we are at war. Nice. Didn't lose ships too badly. Siege generals out in this stack. So that's his vassal, I suppose. Yep. And got to remember we can take that army tradition. Now, what is his prestige? Our prestige is higher. That bodes well for us defeating him in battles, which is exactly what we must do. I mean, we were certainly crushing him previously. It's the bloody coalition, which at the moment does not exist. Feels good, man. So I think it was a smarter decision going in here rather than going in against Venice, which is something I also would like to do. Because if we did it that way around, we would have a coalition that we're fighting, you know? No. He rivaled me? No! Shoot. That's upsetting. I think that it's not the end of the world. I mean, we lost a bloody strong ally, that's for sure, but I feel like he did his job diminishing these guys. We should be able to just steamroll them in the future. I'm not actually too worried about that, guys. The thing is, even Russia will become invalid at some point, and we can just re-grab him as an ally, you know? We don't have to be allied throughout the entire game for him to still serve his purpose, which we were hoping that he self-autonomously expands into Asia more and more and more and converts it all more and more and more. That's what we're hoping. Yeah, it could be worse. I'm not too upset about that. So the Mamluks have finished their war. I guess they did expand into this guy. So it's basically us versus them right now. Okay, we're still going to quarantine, but that event no longer appears to cost admin, which I guess is good. Somebody supporting Milan's independence would be a really bad idea, so let's just get rid of that Liberty Desire while we can. Okay, I want to look. Can we charge in? No. Okay, let's just sit on this fort right now. They're splitting up their stacks a little bit, which could certainly be a good thing for us. Feels good, man. Austria's coming down to help us out. It's got a lot of troops, dude. We need to take this fort so we have better access to maneuver around. Got to keep an eye on Austria as well. Don't be a complete noob, please. Sweet. So, against the Mams, of course, we're going to go for 100%. Well, I guess I won't actually care so much about the trade in Aleppo now, guys, because we bloody well, you know, didn't get global trade. So what we're probably better off doing is going deep into Alexandria. We're going to have some pretty ugly border gore, but this is going to give us Jerusalem, which is nice. And yeah, Alexandria is actually more valuable, guys. So I'm actually going to be going for like Alexandria over Aleppo. If you feel me, really tap into this wealth, pull it in the future. So we're going to have some pretty ugly border gore, but I'm getting desperate. Quite frankly, I'm getting pretty desperate. We're not going to be concerned about things like border gore because I don't know. I try not to think about it. Like I said, I just want to form the Roman Empire, but I would really like to continue on and get the one faith. And we're pretty weak at this stage of the game, I would say, compared to what we could be. I mean, in a sense, we're extremely strong. I just feel so weak in Asia. Our diplomacy is really good. It feels really bad that we no longer have Russia, for real. That does feel really bad. He's allied to Spain. That feels really, really, really bad. Really bad. It's a shame. Here's hoping that we can declare on Spain and sort of... oh, check that out. Ooh, maybe Transylvanians will be successful here against Poland. Giving us a nice little free new nation that doesn't have hostilities against us like aggressive expansion to tap into. What was I going to say? Maybe we can like declare on Spain and Russia won't back them up. I don't know. I do not know. Nice. That's a good way to get into QQ here. Which I will do and annul his treaty with Russia. One thing at a time, though. Our truce is finally up with these subjects, and we certainly did stable them, which is pretty cool. Stabilize them. So this costs 81 war score. We have to take our time, but we're going to get there. His enthusiasm's already medium. Milan's provinces are mostly Orthodox, which I guess is a good thing. Pushing into the mountains here, trying to go for this fort, but we've got a lot of our subjects nearby. Seems like just keeping them on the normal stance, no focus, is pretty good. They seem less derpy, actually. Oh, what? Negative relations with all of our subjects. We still seem to be okay, but we're starting to worry about Liberty Desire once we peace out, you know? We currently don't have token war score with the MEMS. which is something I'd really like to achieve. So hopefully if we convert these provinces before the rebels spawn, then maybe if we're lucky, we will not see rebels. Transylvanian rebels. Moldavian rebels, if you know what I'm saying. Those guys came out of nowhere. I didn't see a rebel thing. Maybe I'm dumb. We'll just let them do their thing for now. Focus on the war. Uh-oh, military's about to be capped out. Probably, if our ruler passes away with that average claim, it would probably be worth boosting our legitimacy with our military at this stage. But for right now, it's all about that development. The manpower, dude, we really got to build our manpower up, honestly. So I'm not, yeah, I'm not that upset developing my manpower. That might be taking war score. I think it is. Very good. Uh-oh. France is over on the other side, though, which I don't believe I can reach. Which is pretty foolish of him. It shouldn't matter ultimately in the grand scheme of things. Nice. Finally took that. Excellent. Okay. This is, we're getting there. I mean, it feels good, guys. It feels good. The Mamluks have been too strong for too long. If you know what I'm saying. And this fort is a good place to defend against them. Hopefully they walk into there. We can just whoop their booty. I also feel a lot more confident now that we can kind of see where they are. I'm going to avoid spending so much attrition. We can see that this is most of their troops here. Let's try to be a little bit more attrition friendly. Sieges, France is actually sieging them down, which is good, considering their troops are out in this direction. So hopefully, if we take the capital, progress nicely here, we can finish fairly soon. Having sick conversion speed is really nice, because we are converting them up to Orthodox before the rebels spawn, and therefore... Oh wow, the Poles somehow managed to deal with them. Transylvanians. Damn. Yeah, hopefully these Orthodox provinces are stable. We can check next month. Another mountains fort. Rutrow. Try to repair my fleet a little bit. Unfortunately, still have some unrest there, so those are definitely going to spawn. And yeah, piecing out for a big, large chunk of overextension is certainly not going to help that matter at all. Okay, so he's really piling in here. Am I going to regret trying to fight this? I think it's too late anyway. I've kind of committed, so... It's definitely going to give us a lot of war score, assuming that we win, but the negative 2 to rolls is not very good. I was hoping that my subjects would help me, but they're noobs. Somehow, that was a good victory, man. I wish our previous war went sort of in a similar manner, which it certainly did not. we got our ass handed to us for what felt like not really any good reason. But maybe I'm just a salty noob. I was really astonished at how badly we got our ass handed to us, guys. That was crazy. In the previous war. Oh. I wonder if he can see us. Yeah, he can, of course. This is his own territory. He's trying to jump into the mountains and take a defensive battle, rather. Nice. So can we peace out now? Almost. Maybe if we... Oh, I was hoping we'd get lucky and take that. Gonna try to consolidate our infantry and put our manpower into our cannons, etc. And hoping to go into Venice next episode, guys. Hoping to go into Venice, and we'll see how we feel, but I might fully annex them. Poland's getting his ass handed to him, which is good to see. He's an invalid rival anyway, so if we can see him get wrecked so that he's like as little of a threat as possible, that would probably be good. Just one of these sieges needs to finish, and the Mamluks are done, right? Yep. Feels good. Woohoo! We did it! We won a war! Decisively against a threat to us. This feels good, man. We're spending some of our admin expanding. I feel more comfortable spending my prestige now, having won that war. We should almost be able to pay off that loan, I suggest. Wow. Celebrity Decisive just keeps bouncing up here. No, France, why? Okay, we will just do this in the meantime. Great, yeah, so we're going to end the episode there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We now have the modifier Conquest of Jerusalem, which is pretty cool. We can definitely use that machinery, and we're certainly going to need good use of him going into the future here. Hopefully, man, I feel like I'm saying this an awful lot, right? Hopefully, things will go well. But I'll tell you what, that Byzantium expands a bit of border war action, which is always pretty ugly. But yeah, I guess maybe it's going to be between attacking the Golden Horde and piecing out like as much as I can, separate piecing QQ to annul this alliance so that we don't have to fight Russia every bloody time we want to go to war. But I really want to go in against Spain as well, and I guess the dream would be, yay, Jerusalem reclaimed, patriarchal authority, nice, we really need that. Deus Vult, it's a sign, Antioch reclaimed, sick, I love it. Renamed, oh, awesome. So, just the one province and we get that. Interesting, a little bit different from the mission there, but that patriarchal authority, we really needed that. Awesome. Wow, that makes me feel a lot better here at the end of the episode, guys. I was waiting for my diplomat to return because this is the dream, is that we can declare and Russia doesn't back them up, but it appears like that's never going to happen, at least anytime soon. We have a lot of opportunities still, like Morocco. I don't think any of this core is going to go away anytime soon to do some nice feeding, and I definitely, North Africa is a good place to do that to avoid the cost of admin, but guys, we've, like I've said in the past, spent so much on Diplo here, it's crazy. Like integrating nations where, yeah, we have a lot of admin to spend right now. Still have Triumph for the Balkans, which I'm going to do. I'm just not doing it right now because our army tradition will taper off really quickly. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we will have a really nice, hopefully prosperous future going into the future here of the upcoming episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.